Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal.
I did not know you were whistling, and I was like, how am I making that whistling noise while I sing? I'm like doing like a two-tone.
Magic.
Am I sick?
You're about to
coming
run to
down-
the hospital.
Am I coming down with the cold or something? Is that my nose? Oh, happy Friday, everybody. We are kicking her off at the draft.
Yeah. What are we drafting, Jer? Hit him with it.
This is a big one. Much debate. We are drafting
Many debate.
much
debate.
much.
Many big.
We are drafting the top hockey brands of all time.
Ooh, hockey brands.
All time.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors. That was a good one. Was that five?
Nice
five
rally.
Yeah.
Nice rally, Hayden.
All right, I won.
Yeah.
I'm going first overall CCM.
No, you went and took it from me.
It's been around a long time. It's got all the latest tech. It's got all the skates, all the sticks, hockey gear. You're wearing the shin pads and the shoulder pads. All the stuff you're not seeing is often CCM too.
Now, this is the biggest debate, and I thought you'd win first overall and take Bauer. And then I would slide in with CCM and then tell you, they started first. They were the very first, their longest running hockey
Well,
company.
you said of all time. You're not saying
That's what
like
I'm saying, but
yeah.
now, so Bauer, now I have to say that Bauer's the best.
Now you have to take the other side.
Even though.
What would you say if you're Chippy right now?
I think Chippy's a Bauer guy. Personally, I'm more of a CCM guy, but I will take.
No, but like, what would you say if you were Chippy defending your pick right now? You'd be
Oh,
like,
as Bauer.
no,
I
it's
see,
not even close. Like,
You know what? Bauer is an innovator in the game. I'm just a little upset because I used to work for Hockey Shot, and I helped them create a bunch of products,
yeah.
and now Bauer is just selling them all and profiting from all my hard work and ideas. But that's how the business works. I should just start my own hockey training company. But no, Bauer's great. CCM's great. Those are the top two.
Yeah.
By and far. They both make great products.
There's a reason they're on top right now.
That's an easy one, too. So my first pick, first overall, give me Bauer.
I like it.
Hayden, you're up.
All right. I'm going another old school one, but also coming in hot with some new tech, too, with their latest stick technology, and that's Sherwood.
Oh, nice.
I just think that it's iconic in terms of hockey as a whole. Like, everyone's had a wooden Sherwood hockey stick at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe not the kids
wow.
now, but like historically, Sherwood hockey, like there's another one that had wooden hockey sticks, but like Sherwood is still going with new stuff, so that's why I had to go.
The Sherwood 50/30 is just iconic.
Yeah.
Just cannot be beat. The coffee curve.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? It's one of the top. They were one of the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with a bit of a newcomer to the field now. Give me True.
That was on my mind as well.
So here's a little
That's true.
secret that a lot of people don't know is that True Hockey was making equipment for a lot of these guys.
Is that true or false?
It is 100% true.
Oh, we need a. There you go.
They were an innovator in like the shaft technology, so they were helping these other.
For the hockey sticks.
hockey sticks. And I think also like baseball bats and golf shafts as well.
Wow.
So just they were good at making things that strike objects.
Right.
And after a while, they're like, "Yo, why don't we just put our own name on it and start our own brand?" And that's what they did. And they have really come up as, I'd say, they're a number 3.
Yeah, they're easily in the discussion for top 3,
Top,
and some would argue like tied for second. You know, like in terms of the actual not in terms of like the recognition, the longevity, but like just the tech that they're putting in everything and the effort they're putting in to make everything cutting edge.
yes.
You know, like
they've got real good.
there's a reason that there's pros using their stuff.
There we go. What are the most pros using?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that there's a reason that they're up there.
All right, we got lots left on the board.
Yeah. So this is my third one.
Yep.
All right. I would be disappointed if I didn't get this one. So I have to take it now, even though I don't think you're thinking it, but it just means
I'm
so
writing
much
it down for you right now.
No, I don't think you are. I don't know. It means so much to me. It was my first composite stick.
Oh.
So it's not who you're thinking of. But I got to go for it, and that's Easton.
Oh, Easton.
Yeah, because like the Easton Synergy lineup of sticks, and like everyone wanted an Easton hockey stick, and like not only that, they make bats, like baseball bats and stuff.
They're
Like
huge.
so they were so good at hockey, they transcended hockey and went into the bigger sport.
Yes, they got gobbled up by one of the top boys. I think CCM picked them up.
Yeah,
And just discontinued all their stuff. Or was it Bauer?
for a while it was Easton times Bauer, I think.
It was like East. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it used to be like Easton, CCM, and Bauer were the top three,
yeah.
and then Easton just went away.
So like growing up, that was why like I can't not pick them just because I still like if there was an Easton stick that came out now,
Yep.
like branded stick, I'd use it.
That's a solid number 3.
Mm-hmm.
For my third pick, I'd say they never compete for the top spot, but they're always hanging around. Give me Warrior.
Yeah.
Right? They just
See, I never used Warrior stuff, so I
No.
can't in good like faith pick Warrior when I never even tried their stuff.
fair.
Like the only thing Warrior that I've ever used is the dry saddle stick that you lent me to try out
yeah.
at Pond Hockey.
Yeah. Well, and I think their main focus is basically gloves and sticks.
Right.
Sticks and gloves. They don't really go into the skates and anything like that.
Right.
I don't think they've ever made skates. Warrior skates? Nah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
Not
think
that I remember. At least if they did, it might have been just like a trial run or something like that. I only have 2 more spots left.
Now we can dig real deep if we want. There's a lot of companies that are defunct, but we're big players.
You know, we're going of all time.
We're going all time.
There's one that comes to mind, and it's just because it's in so many like old photos for hockey. Lots of big players use them. My dad still has shoulder pads by them, and that's Jofa.
Ah, no, you took the Jofa. I really wanted to grab Jofa on my list.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Like the Jofa bucket.
Yeah.
And like the thin shoulder pads too. Like that's just, you can't beat that.
Yeah, and I still see people wearing Jofa pants.
Yeah.
Are they secretly making gear and supplying stores?
It's just the eBay market. People bought them and never wore them or something.
I swear they're still sneaking some stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jofa brand, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go in a similar vein. Give me Titan.
Yeah.
They like
iconic.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Gretzky and Lemieux, they all had Titan sticks.
Yeah.
There was the Gretzky white Titan with the
See,
red
I wanted to go Titan, but I can only picture the hockey stick. So I'm like, I got to go with Jofa because they had a whole bunch of equipment. Yeah.
For your last pick.
My last pick, eh? Now I could go a brand that's still operating and it's not necessarily the top dogs in terms of equipment, or I could try to go like old school again.
I think some of the brands that are operating are still like they have a long history. They just never made that climb to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, I'm trying to think outside of the box, but I'm just gonna go with my heart here and go with a brand of hockey skates, specifically Graphs.
There it is. Yeah.
Because I still wear my Graph skates. I've always had Graph skates. I've tried CCM custom skates and I love them. But I always I didn't want to get rid of my Graphs. I still keep them because you just can't beat the comfort.
They had a cult following. People who liked Graph loved Graph. And
and
they
they still do.
Well, they moved their production to China a few years back.
I got the last, not the physically last, but the last model of Graph skates that were still made in Canada.
And then they just, I think, went under, and then got bought up again by a couple new guys, and then they brought their production back to Canada, but I'm not really sure where they're at right now.
Yeah, it's kind of in limbo.
Yeah.
But they're still new enough skates that people are still rocking them now. You know, but in another 10 years, it's like people are going to need to be getting new ones and they might fade out if they don't figure it out. But that's why I'm picking them, because my whole childhood playing hockey, everyone I knew was like, oh yeah, Graphs are great. You love Graphs. It's a cult thing, you know?
Yes.
If you had Graphs, it's Sty, you know?
Yeah.
the little green or yellow little icon on your skate.
Oh, that fluorescent.
Yeah, my skates are white too. So
You know, be a wild pick here. I'm not going to do it because I just wouldn't feel right about it. Is if I just grab Nike 5th.
Oh,
Because Nike bought Bauer.
But is it hockey really?
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, you had
putting
Nike Bauer hockey gloves. I know
I
because we
did.
tested them
Yeah.
out.
So yeah, Nike bought Bauer for a bit, and then they labeled things Nike Bauer.
That'd be a
Nike Bauer.
cheeky.
Yeah,
Pick.
but I'm not gonna do that because I don't think they're one of the best all time. Give me something a little more classic. Give me Cooper.
Ooh, yeah.
It's really going back in time, but it was my first hockey helmet. It was a
Yeah.
Cooper helmet. I still have it on my
The
shelf
red one?
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just think it's a cool name, Cooper.
Cooper.
It's just nice. That's a good hockey name.
Yeah.
I think we should bring back Cooper. Bring back Cooper hockey.
Yeah. I like that.
All right, let's go down the list.
Before you do that, I just wanted to give a shout out. The newer brand that I was talking about is Howie's.
Oh, that was a hockey brand. That's fair. That's
Because
fair.
it's like they're not making equipment, but they're making accessories and a
Yeah.
lifestyle brand type thing.
We could have taken Hockey Shot.
How to hockey.
Should have taken me number
Puck
one.
Daddy.
We could have taken Hockey Shot because they were doing, but I wanted to go like more hockey equipment manufacturers.
Yeah.
Honorable mention to Winwell.
Yeah.
They've been operating for quite some time.
It's like the budget option.
They're more of a budget.
Canadian Tire brand type stuff. Yeah. But like you need equipment, you need gloves, you need elbow pads, you need all this stuff.
They do have a history in the game. It's just they don't sink as much into marketing and stuff like that.
Right.
So, okay, we're going to list Hayden, top hockey brands of all time. He's got CCM, Sherwood, Easton, Jofa, and Graf. And I've got Bauer, True, Warrior, Titan, and Cooper. Not a bad mix.
Pretty honestly,
Those are even.
it's pretty even.
Yeah.
It's a matter of opinion, and we want your opinion in the comment section.
Who won? Who won, and who do we miss?
Yeah, who do we miss? Who are you screaming at your phone right now listening to this?
Well,
like, how could you not pick?
I think some of like the older listeners would be. There was a brand that was big, like Micron, or what is the skates that I have, Langs.
Oh,
you know, like a company that was big for say like 20 years or something, and then went under or something.
Right.
I did have a list here of the top hockey brands. No, I don't. Never mind then.
Oh.
We'll move on.
All right, that concludes this week's draft. This episode is brought to you by Muskoka Brewery.
Oh, one of my favorite. No, my favorite craft brewer, Muskoka Brewery. You can get this delicious beer made in Muskoka pretty much everywhere. Is it LCBO, beer store,
In a grocery
stores.
store, yeah. And what beer are we talking about here, Jerry?
Well, they got the Tread Lightly, which is their light beer. It's like a light lager.
Mm-hmm.
And they have dropped the price. It used to be a premium case, and now it is pretty comparable in price to all the other guys that you normally buy. Definitely recommend picking up that Tread Lightly. Great tasting local craft beer. And they actually just came out with another option, the Veer, which is a non-alcoholic beer. I love this actually.
I'm excited to try that.
Because I don't always, I'm trying to cut back on the alcohol a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So they have a hazy IPA Veer.
I see here in the show notes something about 78% of people that drink alcohol also drink non-alcoholic drinks as a promotion of healthy lifestyles.
It's
That's
smart.
where I'm at over here. The
Yeah.
non-alcoholic drinks.
Hey, take a couple days off and grab the non-alcoholic version,
Jeez.
right? Maybe that's your
All ingredients made in Muskoka.
yeah, all natural, dude.
Jeez.
So huge thanks to Muskoka Brewery for sponsoring the pod, and grab yourself some Tread Lightly or some non-alcoholic beer.
The Veer.
Available at LCBO Beer Store. Let's get back to the pod. Moving on to Sty, No Sty, or Puck Daddy. First up here, we got jelly-filled donuts.
Oh, it's a huge sty. Oh my gosh, you put a little bit of powder on it. Jelly, fill them with jelly, sprinkle them with the powdered sugar. I want it to look. Not a fan, eh?
No.
I hope no one has a gag reflex.
I don't-
that's listening to that. Some people, when they hear someone else doing that, they feel it
It's
too.
like the
a
it's like the
sneeze.
whole Google and Alexa thing.
Oh,
Alexa,
yeah.
hey Google, what's the weather today?
Oh my gosh! Ding ding. ding.
someone messaged and said they completely.
You're just activated yours.
my phone went off.
Yes, I heard it saying something.
Yeah, no, I hate jelly filled donuts. Like if you
Really?
put jelly in my donut, I don't want it.
No, man. It's just,
Even like fruit on top of a donut, like I'm not.
the jelly-filled donuts. You got to respect them. Your first bite, you just get a nibble of that jelly.
It's
Your-
not even the flavor. I just don't like the
Your
jelly.
second bite, you go a little to the side, you get a little bit more, and then now you're just looking right down the barrel. It's just that pocket of nothing but jelly, and you take that and you cram it right in your face, bite down, and then you got the powder all over your face, jelly all over your fingers.
If I wanted a pie, I'd have a pie. That's how I feel about it. You know, like jelly doesn't belong in a donut. It's a pie.
I don't know, man.
And like even as a kid, I didn't like pie that much. I love pie now, but
Mm-hmm.
even still, sometimes I still have that little thought in my back of my head. I'm like, I don't really like this. Just the texture depends on the texture of the pie, and like
no.
the fake jelly. No, thank you.
It is like the jelly is just, what is that even?
Yeah,
And I'm not much of a sweet guy either, but I see the appeal. I might have one jelly donut. A year,
Boston.
but
If you
yeah.
want a filled donut, get Boston cream or something, like that.
They're a little yucky.
Or like a chocolate filled one. If you're gonna go sweet, go real
That's
sweet.
too rich.
No.
Yeah, I might have one jelly filled donut a year, but I see why people would like them.
All right, next up here.
But not you.
Yeah, not me.
I'm Stying it. I'm giving it Sty.
It's No Sty for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Sty, No Sty, or Puck Daddy. Tailgating on the road. Like you're driving
Oh,
behind someone.
I thought you meant like a tailgate party.
Oh, no.
I was about to Puck Daddy that.
Tailgating
That's the coolest thing ever.
before a hockey game or a football game. Puck Daddy.
Puck Daddy. That's elite, next level. There's nothing better.
Tailgating on the road.
That's there. Let me think of any time. No, it's just 100%. No situation I can find. It's a No Sty.
Like if you're gonna need to follow that close, you should have passed already, or just wait because you can't pass.
I avoided an accident. Well, not really, but
I caused an accident.
I was on the highway. I'm in the fast lane, and I look in my rear view mirror. And this is really important to check your rear views quite often, because that's sometimes where the trouble comes from. You're not check, especially if things are getting a little hairy out there, like icy roads.
Yeah.
Check your rear view so don't get rear-ended by anyone. If the highway starts to slow down, look behind you to make sure some dude's not looking down his phone and coming 100 miles an hour right at your rear end,
Right.
so you can move out of the way
Yeah, and let them hit.
and let the guy in front of you, or they can slide at least a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just taking a peek at my rear view. I see this pickup truck, and it's like a work pickup. It's got the
cab.
slide in, the
Yeah,
cab.
yeah.
Yeah. Usually not moving this quick. Absolutely cooking right towards me. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And I'm about to move into the emergency lane,
Yeah.
right, to give this guy, but then he slams on the brakes, and I'm like, holy! And I had seen a Corvette on the highway a little earlier, and I saw this white truck. These are in my periffs,
Yep.
and then I just see this white truck. I kind of ready to dodge. Then he hammers on the brake, and what's going on? And then I see him kind of like brake checking and stuff. And then I see a Corvette come out to the side, and he's trying to get past him. They're basically having a fight.
Right.
And I'm in the fast lane, and there's someone slowing me down in front of me. I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. So I put on my signal. I just move
Yeah.
far over to the slow lane.
Oh, it's a 3-laner.
Yeah, and I'm slowing down. Let these guys fight. And if they cause anything, I'm ready to just dodge this stuff. And then this vet rips out, takes up my spot. The truck speeds up and tries to take his spot and block him. And they're basically going up at it. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to keep my distance, staying a little bit enough behind where if there's a wipeout, I can just get out of the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was no accident, but they just kept on fighting, going up the road, pulling in front of each other,
Swarming each other like little bees.
hitting their brakes and then doing it back and forth.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
jeez.
Little bit of road rage.
Yep.
So how did you prevent an accident? You just didn't let them crash into you?
I pit maneuvered the Corvette.
Oh, yeah.
He did a 360 and rolled his vehicle into the ditch. And I was like, there, now that's all settled.
Yeah.
And I gave a thumbs up to the guy in the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sty.
No, I just got out of the way of some people that were fighting. I avoided
Road rage, no Sty.
I avoided possibly getting in the middle
Yes.
of something. That's about it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't as dramatic as I made it up.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Sty, no Sty, or Puck Daddy. Health guru drinks. You know what I'm talking about? Is Quench a health guru drink?
Quench is not a health guru drink. It is just it's pretty simple. I would say there's no sugar in it. They use stevia instead of all the artificial sweeteners,
Yeah.
which are junk. But they're
It's not claiming to solve all your health
No,
problems,
they're
or your
not-
skin issues or
no.
anything like that.
They say it's a good hydration drink that doesn't have sugar in it,
Yeah.
and that it's healthy for you because it doesn't have any junk. There's nothing artificial.
Yeah.
They're not trying to say
There's a
this will give you energy. Drink this 4 times a day.
Yeah. Like
no.
healthy drinks, Puck Daddy. You know? Like a
Oh.
healthy drink, Puck Daddy. But health guru drinks
Okay.
where it's claiming to do all these things because it's got all this laundry list of natural ingredients.
What are we talking about? Give me one. Like mud water? I've seen that advertised so much as a coffee alternative. It's mushrooms that you're drinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
well, my neighbor promotes.
I don't
this,
even think it's
happy juice or something.
Yeah, like I don't know like the specific brands. Like there's Athletic Greens,
Oh,
that type
right.
of stuff.
Yep.
Like they're
drink your veggies.
those are. I'm not saying the ingredients are bad. I'm just saying I don't agree with the marketing of like you drink this and it solves all your problems.
Yeah, I kind of do want to give it a sty because I like the innovation, but the marketing is so, predatory and deceptive.
Yeah,
Ev-
deceitful. Yeah.
Everything is overstated. Everything is overstated,
Yes.
right?
That's what I don't like. It's like
When you have 100 different ingredients in a little tiny packet, none of them are doing anything for you.
yeah,
Right? You're literally drinking like a teaspoon of stuff. It's not gonna do much.
yeah.
It can't.
It's like
I just can't see how.
placebo.
Yeah.
But like over a long period of time, yeah, it might do something. But I don't see why it needs to be marketed as like this is going to change your life.
Yeah.
You know, like
And I guarantee you're better off wake up in the morning and eat a few vegetables.
yeah, get your nutrients.
Start your day with some cucumbers, some peppers, maybe a celery stick.
Some vegetables, some fruits if you're feeling
That's good.
spicy.
That's good.
Some water,
Drink some water
some hydration
and eat
drink.
some veggies. But it is easier to take that, just stir it around. I'm healthy. I'm healthy today.
I'm healthy today.
I think there's a lot of that's the thing. If you take something, you dry it, you process it, you isolate it, and you put it in a powder form, you're missing a lot of the things, like the natural way that it's meant to be consumed. We'll say celery.
Hmm.
There's a lot of little micronutrients in there and things that probably complement each other when you
In
eat
the
it,
celery water
That's
of
what-
it. Yeah.
helping you digest it or help the body use it how it's supposed to be used.
Mm,
Maybe those go missing when it's processed and combined and this and that.
yeah, you never know.
You can't beat just having whole foods.
Not to mention when it's a powder, you can't tell exactly what it is.
But for only $150 a month, you can have it shipped to your door.
So anyway, our sponsor for this episode, Athletic Greens.
Like that's the thing. I don't mind having them, promoting health and stuff like that. This goes back to a few podcasts ago. My philosophy I've been thinking on heavily.
Hmm.
Everything that we need, the earth provides us.
Right. Yeah.
You don't really need any of that. Just eat the food that grows.
Right. Yeah.
You're good. You're probably fine. In fact, if you eliminated most of the processed things, you probably wouldn't need the stuff that gives you energy.
Processed food was only invented to make it easier to consume the stuff that the earth provides.
That's right.
And then they started taking it too far.
They're
in the
making it
direction-
taste too good.
Yeah.
They're hacking our brains and our taste buds.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if you ate mostly whole foods, you probably wouldn't need any of these supplements
Mm.
because you would have more energy and probably sleep better and mentally feel
Yeah.
better. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So you're trying
It's definitely true that if you just ate a holistic diet with whole foods, you probably don't need all the supplements.
Yep.
I believe it.
You start running out of things you need to fix.
We're a health pod now. So
bang,
Sty
boom.
No Sty talking about health
We'll say
on,
no,
on
no,
a
no Sty.
hockey podcast.
No
No. All right, next up here, Sty No Sty or Puck Daddy calling someone who's in the same house as you.
Oh, that's so Puck Daddy. Yeah. It's hilarious. It's efficient. Sometimes they're upstairs and you're downstairs, and then they're like, "Oh, my phone! It must be someone important." It's just, and that moment we're like, oh, "Isn't he downstairs?" And then you have that funny little moment where, "Hello,
Yeah.
hey,
Is that what happens?
yeah." You don't have that funny moment.
No.
No? Okay.
No. But I don't get calls from people that are in the same building as me usually. The only thing that's acceptable is if you're not within earshot.
I don't know. If I'm like, we edit videos basically shoulder to shoulder. If I grabbed my phone and called you and then asked you if you could, hey, can you?
Sorry,
Just
this is Jeremy from the marketing department.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you're in the IT development. Can you drop this and come right over here real quick?
Exactly. You'd be driving home and thinking, "Gosh, that was funny." Yeah, when Jeremy called me, that was funny. That was a good part of my day. It's a Puck Daddy move.
Yeah.
Yeah, call people that are in close
10
proximity
feet
more
away
often.
from you.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah, that's funny. I think it's No Sty.
What about texting them? Like if you're in the basement, you text your fiance,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, bring me a bowl of chips. I'm too lazy to get off the couch."
That's Sty. No. Anything that involves bringing me chips is Sty.
I think it's more polite to call. Hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm just really into this movie right
No,
now.
you what you do is you tell Google or whatever house assistant you have to broadcast it to the kitchen. Then it scares the crap out of them.
Just ring your bell. Ring the bell.
Ding ding ding. All right, next up here, Sty, No Sty, leaving the dishes until the morning, like leaving the dinner dishes until the morning.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is No Sty, but I do it all the time.
It's No Sty.
It's No Sty,
But-
but I do it. I do it.
Sometimes you just have to. You're like, I need to go to
The
bed.
kids are in bed, and then you get your own personal time, and then it runs a little long, and then you get up to go to bed, and you look around, and you go, "Oh, jeez, what a mess." And then
That's tomorrow's me's problem.
yeah, but you know what? Then I start like, okay, I gotta clean this up. So I start making it better, and then eventually you get to the sink, and I'm just like, nah, I can't be up till 12:30. It's already midnight. It's already midnight. I gotta sleep. I will get to that right in the morning. So it's
You're like, future me's problem. Future me's a good guy. He'll handle it. Then future you's like, past me's quite the dick.
and then you get up in the morning and you say, you know what? That is definitely Sammy's problem. I go in my loft and I lock the door.
And record a podcast right now.
Yeah. No, I have been better at just taking less me time. So the kids go to bed. I'm like, now work. It's housework. You get no personal time,
Mm-hmm.
and then wake up early and do more work stuff.
So you've been better at
Yes.
that. That's
Yes.
good.
At not
And not having fun,
not having personal time.
not relaxing.
Yes. No, relaxing is for the weak and people that don't have children.
Yeah. Next up here, Sty, No Sty, or Puck Daddy, sleeping in on a rainy day.
That's wonderful.
Wasn't
just-
sure which direction you're gonna go.
It just sounds so nice. Like it's a rainy day. Nothing to do. Rainy day.
Windows cracked open.
Yeah, I
you
hear the
can hear
pitter patter.
the rain hitting the leaves in the trees, the dripping on the windowsill.
It was raining today. I got up at a little after 6 and I started organizing the extension cords in my garage.
Wow, very specific.
and I wrapped up the hoses.
You're like, anything that has a cord, I'm organizing it right now.
Well, for the last few weeks, I've been walking by that extension cord thing and looking at it like, man, that is a bird's nest. And I spent like probably 35 minutes taking them all out, laying them, organizing them properly, and wrapping them up properly and putting them back in,
That's funny.
untangling them, and then
But so sleeping in on a rainy day, is it Sty or No
it's
Sty?
great. You got to do it. It's good for your mental health.
I think that it
Sty
just
move. Yeah.
you're more likely to sleep in when it's raining out.
Yeah. Oh, because it's not as bright.
And it's
That
not as bright.
Sun
You're
beaming on you.
you're almost like subconsciously that you're feeling guilty that you should be doing some yard work or you need to get outside and
Yep.
like be like, because on a rainy day you just kind of chill, right? So why not just get a little extra sleep?
Fun fact: even the criminals sleep in on rainy days.
Mm.
There are less crimes committed when it's raining.
Where'd you hear that? In the one of those books you read when you're on the toilet? Fun fact, factoids.
I think I learned it when I was in like police college.
Mm.
Not 100% sure on that, but it is true. Criminal wakes up, looks out the window. It's raining. I'll rob the bank tomorrow. I don't feel like it.
So you're saying if you're gonna do something like that, do it on a rainy day because the cops aren't expecting it.
cops still have to go to work. They're paid. They got to go to work. Cops can't sleep. It's worse, actually. I do it on like a long weekend. Traffic is your friend.
Oh,
especially if you're escaping my foot. Ah, dang! I'm
giving away all your secrets, Jared. We're gonna get demonetized here. All right, next up, Sty, No Sty.
Don't do that, kids.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. It's No Sty. Robin Banks, No Sty.
Sty, No Sty. Driving with your hazards on in heavy rain.
It's so annoying. Like, we get it. But even in snowstorms, flick them on quick until that little group of people collect around you. Then you can flip them on. We all know it's snowing. We can see the snow.
Yeah.
Your four-way's not doing anything. If it's raining and you have to put your four-ways on, just get off the road.
Like, if you're too scared to keep driving, just pull over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just pull over. There's parking lots. If you're the only vehicle, you're a little unsure, it just started really coming down, throw your four-ways on, sure, because then the next vehicle coming up behind you sees you a little bit better.
Yeah.
But once you kind of got that group of people, you can flick it off.
Yeah, and what's even worse than that is if you put your hazards on, this is in the winter, and then proceed to stop in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, no one could possibly drive in this. I'm going to stop.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll put my hazards on so they see me. But then what happens is you're driving along, you see hazards, you're like, oh, it must be pretty bad. Then you realize they're stopped.
Yeah. Oh.
And you're driving on, like, you're going like 80.
Well,
like, say it's on the like a 100 km/h highway. Usually you go like 110, 100, or some people more. In a snowstorm, maybe you'll go 80.
Yeah.
But if someone stopped on the highway and it's snowy, it's covered in snow, you can't hammer on the brakes. So you gotta.
When it starts to accumulate, then you start going around like 50 or something.
Yeah.
Like when it's really
Yeah.
thick and you got like a few inches.
Rule number one: if it's a snowstorm, you keep driving.
Oh yeah.
Or pull it way out of the way.
What gets me is when the hazards are on, and it's not really that bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is
there an accident?
Is the road out ahead?
Yeah.
Did the road collapse? Is there a flood? Are these people warning me of something up ahead that I don't know about?
Crying wolf, man. Yeah.
So then I'm driving scared. I'm like, my gosh, did the overpass fall down? And I'm about to I don't know what's gonna happen. And then after a while, I'm like, no, that person just.
Every now and then, Shannon will annoy me and just flick my hazards on when we're driving, and I'll be like, hey, don't do that.
For no reason.
For no reason.
For the longest time, I told the kids it was the turbo button and never to press it. I would always like pretend that, oh, guys, I'm going to hit the turbo. Oh, do it, Dad, do it. And then the one time I finally pushed it, I would floor it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it look like turbo.
Yeah. That's like the lie growing up that if you turn a light on in your car, you'll get pulled over because it's illegal.
Because your parents didn't
want the light on.
That's hilarious. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. We got two more here. Sty, No Sty, or Puck Daddy. Asking to play through when you're golfing. Like asking the people ahead of you, hey, can we play through? Is that Sty or No Sty?
Yeah, I think it's kind of Sty because you just know you're better than them.
Like you're not afraid to ask. You're like, hey, do you mind if I play?
You got the confidence to be like, you guys.
And you'll smack it down the fairway and be gone in 2 seconds.
Exactly. If you're asking to play through, you know you're quick. You know you're good. You know the other people are just trash. Maybe they don't even know about the playthrough thing. They're so bad at golf they don't even know that's a thing. Yeah, you mind if we just play through here? It's a fair question.
Right.
It's.
And what are they going to say? No. No, the common answer is, oh, there's people in front of us too. But the problem is with that is they think that, but in reality, they could have probably played through that person too.
Now, what's great is you get a little moment to judge them. When you let them play through, especially if it's a foursome trying to play through. Usually it's a twosome, and then you're like, yeah, because you guys have a group of two, we have a group of four, go for it.
Yeah.
They're quicker. If there's four behind you and they want to play through, you can sit there and judge every single one of them.
Yeah.
They better hit them right down the fairway. If there's anything going in the woods, you're like, you're trying to play through us? Oh, God.
High risk.
Yeah, exactly. Get the chirps ready.
Yeah, no, if you have a group of four, you're not playing through. You just, everyone take their time on every shot, and you won't end up needing to play through. No. Yeah. All right, last one here. Sty or No Sty, snacking while you're eating or making dinner.
Oh, yeah, that's great. That's Sty. Sometimes when I'm making, I'll make my coffee and I'll be making breakfast and I'll pour like a half cup just to have something to sip on and like it makes me feel like more manly.
What about dinner though?
Dinner, yeah. So a little okay, anytime you're making bacon, you have to snag a little bit right when it's done.
That's a taste test.
That's a snack, I say.
Okay, but I'm saying like this is like you're making dinner,
Yep.
but you're having like a piece of chocolate or a
Oh.
little candy or a couple chips or like a little piece of bread that you're supposed to have with dinner, but you're eating it before you're even.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I think it's Sty. I think it's the chef's rewards.
The chef's rewards.
If you're cooking, you're allowed to just take a little extra for yourself.
Mhm.
And I used to do this. I don't anymore. When I was cooking my steaks, and it's because I saw my neighbor doing this. I was like, "Ooh, what a smart move!" He was frying up some steaks. I was maybe 14 years old.
Yeah.
I was helping with some yard work, and he threw one on the Barbie for me too. And he's sitting there. It's almost done. He grabs a steak knife and just slices some off right from the barbecue. Blows on it a bit and eats it. And it's like, oh, dang, that must be good.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Nice and hot.
It just and you get the perfect temp there. And I stopped doing it though because I let my steak rest.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that if I cut into it, it's gonna let all the juices
No,
out.
so here's what you do.
Yeah.
Before you start cooking it, you cut off like a little chunk, like a knife with a lot of fat on it, nice rendered.
Right. Okay.
And you cook that separately. It cooks through a lot faster.
Yeah.
Then
okay.
you can set it off to the side for a minute or
Well,
two
now
to
you're
let it rest.
pre-planning your snacking. See, I just let it when the moment hits me. I'm like, ooh, that looks like a nice slice. Let me see if this is done.
Mm.
Sometimes Sam would get mad because I throw the steak down. I like mine rare. I take mine off first.
All right.
I gotta wait like a couple more minutes for hers to be medium rare. But mine hits the plate. I'm already eating it because I'm like, I don't want this to get cold. I want to have a few hot slices.
Right.
She's like, you ate your half your steak and dinner hasn't even started yet. I'm like, well, it's so dang good.
Yeah. Don't want to waste it. I had steak for dinner last night.
Yeah.
It's always interesting trying to work out the best schedule to make a steak if you've put it in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
Because you have to let it thaw. You have to let it reach temp.
Yeah.
And then like if you're gonna cure it or whatever in the fridge, you got to do that the night before, or you can marinate it, which also you don't want it to be frozen because then it'll be too much water and it'll be way too
True.
soggy and gross.
Here's a fun little thing you can do if you want to just be a nerd
Mm-hmm.
and annoying.
Okay.
Some people like that type of stuff,
Yep.
A lot of people ask, can you de-thaw the beans or de-thaw the meat or de-thaw the anything?
De-thaw. Does that mean freeze it?
Exactly. See, nerd. Trust me. People say, "Hey, can you de-thaw that for me? Can you de-thaw?"
Defrost
It's a mix of defrost
and
thaw,
Yeah.
but some people just say de-thaw.
or unthaw.
Unthaw could be.
But-
Yeah. No, you're thawing it. Is it unthawing? It's just thaw. You're
Just
thawing.
thaw. No, but I'm saying de-thaw and unthaw are like the same way of saying
Fair. Yeah.
freeze.
Yes. Right. So
Yeah.
if you want to just be one of those know-it-alls,
Yeah.
if you like being a know-it-all, and anyone, can you de-thaw that for me? Oh, you mean thaw? You mean thaw? You want me to thaw?
Oh, you want me to freeze it? It's already frozen.
I don't know if other people say it, but I've been caught saying it once or twice. And Sammy works in a kitchen. She's like, thaw?
Yeah.
Thaw. You don't say de-thaw, Jeremy. I was like, oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe
That
it's
would
just me.
that would be Shannon just because she corrects me on grammar and
Yeah.
spelling all the time.
You want to be a Reddit grammar police?
Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be a quick episode of the Puck Daddy
Oh,
show
enjoy
for
your
us.
weekend.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend. Chippy should be back next week. What did he say he was up to?
Just filming videos with someone or another.
Oh yeah, he's doing a Hockey Moms video, and then
Oh, hockey moms, eh? That's going to be an interesting one. That going on TikTok?
yeah, something like that.
All right.
Filming a Hockey Mom video, and he's got an event with Marner, like the Mitch Marner,
Well, I think it's a charity one.
the Marner Assist Fund or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's got that. He's going to down in Toronto, I'm assuming.
I can't wait for him to be like, Mitch, nice to meet you. So are you getting traded?
Have you? What's the trade rumors
Hey,
looking like?
Where are you going, Mitch?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh,
Let's send him a message. Be like, you got to find out. We can break the news.
what sort of? Oh, I didn't mean to be rude, but what sort of salary are you looking for? Like 12.5? Are you trying to get more than? A little sensitive. That's a little sensitive. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you all next week.
Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.